The fake news hysteria being spread by the mainstream media has backfired big time and may have finally jumped the shark. Here's Brian Williams, who embodies fake news, the fake news reporter for NBC Nothing But Crap, who was fired from anchoring the Nothing But Crap nightly news 2 years ago for spreading fake news, is now back on MSLGBTV, PMS, MSNBC, whatever, warning about fake news. Take it away, Brian Williams.
And lately, there's been a lot of coverage in the real news about the growing and booming business of creating fake news. Our own Jacob Soboroff just spoke exclusively to the creator of one of the most widely shared fake news stories in the lead up to election days, with us from our LA bureau tonight. Hey, Jacob.
You're talking about yourself, right, Brian Williams? One of the biggest spreaders of fake news? Even the Washington compost pile, which started the fake news scare with this fake news story about the fake news, which they later issued pretty much a retraction by adding a disclaimer in their article about the Russian propaganda efforts to spread fake news during the election. Now this article, how the war against fake news backfired. Even they are admitting that it is totally backfired, and this fake news hysteria is only alerting American people about how fake the mainstream media is. The Daily Beast, which is also a liberal waste of cyberspace, is even saying that the Washington compost pile is on the fake news hot seat. At least one of the websites blamed in the story for supposedly circulating Russian propaganda is threatening to sue the newspaper. Again, which caused them to add a disclaimer and then remove certain parts of their article, which started this fake news scare. Another waste of bandwidth website, Slate, even says, stop calling everything fake news. Look at what Sheriff David Clarke had to say about this. Quote, fake news was born in August of 2014 in Ferguson, Missouri, when MSNBC, the New York Times, the Washington Compost, and CNN, the Crap News Network, all propagated the hands up, don't shoot lie. You gotta love Sheriff David Clarke. Facebook even has an option now to report a story if someone thinks it's fake news. What's wrong with this post? It's annoying or disgraceful? It's pornography? It goes against my views? It advocates violence or harm? It's a false news story. It's fake news. The mainstream media is just digging their grave even deeper as the independent and alternative media continue to pound the final nails in the coffin of this billion-dollar industry as we keep showing all the countless examples of their fake news and the lies and the propaganda coming from mainstream media. Please explain to us, Brian, how the mainstream media actually act as Secret Service agents and help to protect the president.
And as a reporter, I'm duty-bound to say, that's fine. We defend everyone's right to dinner with their family because it's the same thing we would demand in our private lives. Just let us know. Absolutely, because 80% of the job of correspondent is protective. It's just being there and knowing in case. And we've had instances where presidents have given the media the slip and stuff has happened and there's been a mad scramble.
Oh no! 80% of the press's job is to protect the president? I didn't know that the liberal mainstream media scum actually double as bodyguards. They're there to help protect Donald Trump, aren't they, Brian Williams?